Okay, before I get into a review for this video, let me just say I look retarded. And this is my school hockey team. So I'm wearing that jersey because I have nothing else to wear. And I found out a new way to hang up the make the hockey card thing back there stay up, because let me just grab it for a second. The last way that I had it like this, with this big gap in the middle between them and the cards. But then I just grabbed a huge stack of my duplicate cards and I just combined them together, made it enough so that way I could stick it into there without like hurting or damaging the card or anything. And now it won't stick in. Way to go. There we go. So now it'll stay up, and if I want, and each day when I change the card, I can just, boom, card changed. So yeah, that's how it's gonna go from now on. She's gonna keep changing them. I have a huge pile of duplicates over here, so I'm never gonna have duplicates for a long time. So yeah, that's it for that. That's it for updates for the room. Let's get into the actual career video. Billy Smith of the New York Islanders / Los Angeles Kings. He only played a few games with the Kings, but he's still part of the team. So he started off his career. He was drafted by the Los Angeles Kings in the 5th round, 3rd pick, 59th overall. He was born December 12, 1950 in Perth, Ontario, Canada. He catches left. He is 5'10", 185 pounds, and he's number 31. So here we go, 1971-1972, he starts his career off with the Kings. He plays 5 games. He has 1 win, 3 losses, 1 tie. Pretty good start to his rookie year. He had a 4.60 goals against average, a .871 save percentage, and 0 shutouts. Then he got traded to the New York Islanders, where he played 37 NHL games in his 2nd season. He had 7 wins, 24 losses, and 3 ties. So he kind of starts bad, but then he slowly kind of like regresses up and becomes a solid goalie for the Islanders. He had a 4.16 goals against average, a .878 save percentage, and 0 shutouts in his 2nd season. 1973-74, he played with the Islanders once again. 46 games played, 9 wins, 23 losses, 12 ties. There you go. So he kind of goes up a little bit in the wins. He only gets 2 more wins than he did before. I mean, he starts going up. He's going to start progressing, but that's pretty much where he's at this season. His goals against average goes down, though, which is pretty good. It goes down to 3.08 goals against average and 0 shutouts in his 3 seasons. 1974-75, though, he has his first over 500 season. 58 games played, 21 wins, 18 losses, 17 ties. You look at that 17 ties, you're like, yeah, it's 17 ties. No wonder he had above 500. But still, he had 21 wins, 18 losses, 17 ties. He did 2.78 goals against average, a .905 save percentage, and he got his first 3 career shutouts in his career. This would be the first of 2 straight shutouts. 75-76, 39 games played, 19, 10, and 9. That's pretty good. It was a little bit of like a regression from his last season, but at least he had less losses and less ties. He played a little bit of less games, though. Last season he played 58 games, so I didn't expect him to play over 60 games in the next season. So yeah, 2.62 goals against average, a .908 save percentage, and his second of 2 straight 3 shutout seasons with 3 shutouts. He stands at 6 career shutouts. 1976-77 with the Islanders once again, 36 games played, 21, 8, and 6. Now he goes up in the win column a little bit, and this is probably the start of his great season. It's the start of 3 straight less than 10 loss seasons. It's unbelievable how he did this. So 21, 8, and 6, 2.50 goals against average, and a .916 save percentage with 2 shutouts. So the shutouts goes down a little bit, but he didn't really get a lot of shutouts in his career, which I mean is kind of surprising because I thought he was a pretty good goalie. And he was the first ever goaltender to score the first ever goalie goal. So he was the first ever goalie to do that too. 1977-78, 38 games played, 28-8. 20 wins, 8 losses, 8 ties. He had 16 non-win games. That's awesome. And 8 of them were ties. So half of them weren't even losses. So that's amazing. I was surprised when I looked at these statistics. I'm like, that's crazy. I don't think a goaltender will ever have that good of a season. So yeah, 2.65 goals against average, a .909 save percentage. I think that's the best of his whole career. And 2 shutouts. 1978-79, we're slowly getting into the dynasty year. 39 games played, 25-8-4. His final, his third of 3 straight, minus 10 seasons. It wasn't his last though. He did have one more, but he didn't get much wins after that. So there you go. 2.87 goals against average, .899 save percentage, 1 shutout. That ends off the decade. He goes into 1979-1980, starting off the Islanders Dynasty. 38 games played, 15 wins, 14 losses, 7 ties. So it's kind of like almost a 500 range there. I mean, he was all right that season. He could have been better, but we can't get mad at him. He just had 3 straight minus 10 lost seasons. So I would be happy for him if I was alive. My dad just got born that season, so 2.96 goals against average, .898 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. His first of 2 straight 2 shutout seasons. So, yeah. 1980-1981 with the New York Islanders. 41 games played, 22 goals. 22, 10, and 8. He gets up in the win column there a little bit, so that's pretty good for him. Yeah. So, 3.28 goals against average, a .895 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. 1981-82, the 3rd straight Stanley Cup. He kind of regresses in his shutouts, but he regresses in his losses too. 46 games played, 32, 9, and 4. That's his second least minus 10 win season. So 32, 9, and 4. That's awesome. He doesn't get a lot of like high loss seasons after that. He only has 1 season where he has above 15 losses. So that's awesome. 2.97 goals against average, a .898 save percentage, and 0 shutouts. So he regresses in his shutouts, but then he kind of goes back up there in the next season, 1982-1983. 41 games played, 18, 14, 7. So it's pretty good. He does go above 10 losses there, but still he's below 15. That's all I have to say. I'm pretty satisfied. 2.87 goals against average, a .906 save percentage, and 1 shutout. The final year of... Actually, no, that was not the final year of the Dynasty. Was it? No, it wasn't. So, this was the final year of the Dynasty. 42 games played. 23, 13, and 2. That's pretty good. Below 50... He has above 20 wins once again. Below 15 wins. Below 15 losses, sorry. And he only has 2 ties. He's a really good goaltender. Like, you look at these stats, I don't think goalies would get these stats today. He is having to play less games in these seasons, but still, he's getting below 10 lost seasons. So, yeah. And he gets 3.43 goals against average, so his goals against average goes down, up a little bit. And then he has 2 shutouts with a .896 save percentage. He only has a few years left in his career, 1984-1985. The year when they lose to the Oilers in the finals. 37 games played, 18, 14, and 3. So he's still below 15 losses. He doesn't crack the 20-win mark, which is okay. I don't feel bad. I'm not angry at him there. That's good for him. 3.83 goals against average, so his goals against average goes up again. And 0 shutouts. 1985-86, he only has 3 years left after this season. 41 games played, 20, 14, and 4. So he cracks the 20-win mark for the final time in his career. And, yeah. 3.73 goals against average. .881 save percentage, and 1 shutout in that season. So 1986, 1987, after this 2 years left, 40 games played, 18 and 5. So that's the last season where he places above 15 losses. I know I keep saying that, but that's just awesome. I don't think anyone will be able to do that. 3.53 goals against average, .869 save percentage, and 1 shutout. 1987, 1988, he plays with the Islanders once again. 38 games played, 17, 14, and 5. Is above his last above 500 win season, and his last above 5 win season. And then he has 3.22 goals against average, .893 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. His final year, 1988, 1989, 17 games played, 13. Oh, sorry, that's not a statistic. It's like goals scored or whatever. 3 wins, 11 losses, and 0 ties. That's obviously because it's his last season, and he probably just was like, yeah, I'm just gonna hang up the skates after that. 4.44 goals against average and 0 shutouts. So, finalized career stats: 679 games played, 305 wins, 233 losses, 105 ties. He had an average of 3.18 goals against average of .895 save percentage, and 22 shutouts in his career. He did win the Vezina Trophy in 1981-1982. He won the William and Jennings Trophy in 1982-1983. He also won the Conn Smythe in 1982-83. And he won 4 Stanley Cups with the Islanders. So there you go. And he was also in the Hockey Hall of Fame, and he's in the 100 Greatest Players. That's it for the career of Billy Smith. I did that in under 15 minutes. Just like he had under 15 wins in a lot of his seasons. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoy, please like and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys in the next one.